Welcome. In the last video, we went through an example where we improved the readability. In this one, we want to improve the usability. Now, this is all hard-coded, so it's not a very useful program. Now, certainly, we can change this for each bank and amounts and then run it, but we also learned about input, and so therefore we can make it more usable. And this is just a step one towards improved usability as we learn more tools, more building blocks of what we can do with programming languages. We can make it even more usable. And we will kind of often return to it after we have learned something new. So here I want to add a comment, improve usability. And here, instead of hard coding these, what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy these so we can have the same structure, but then I'm going to comment out the old version by just adding the hashtag before each part. Oops, there. And then we can focus on this part down here. So here we would need an input. We tell the user enter principal amount. And if we want to add more in a currency, perhaps in SEK, I'll say for my case, and then here interest rate, I can add another input, and I can say enter annual interest rate in the interest rate, and perhaps add a parenthesis here and I say format, for example, 0.6 as an example. And then here I can choose the value, and then time period I can also here input enter time period in days. We can also here have an example for example 90 just to be helpful. And here maybe we don't care about inputs, we can leave it hard-coded, or we could also add, that's up to you. And then here you might want to add a different capital text. So I could say, for example, input enter capital text, example 0.3. And then we can run this program. Why else learn about input if we're not going to use it? I'd say enter principal amount in SEK. We can go with the same just to make sure we are doing the correct, we do it correctly. And then enter annual rate. I'm going to go with what we had before. And oh, remember, there's one thing missing here. Even I missed. All of this will be strings. But for fun, let's just do see what happens. 90, and then here I will type 0.3, and we'll see we get an error because I have not handled conversion. So we're trying to do calculations with strings. We also noticed I don't have a space here. So we know this will be an integer. That's what we expect. And here we will use a floating point number because we have decimals. And this one can remain an int. And then here we will have a floating point as well. And then let's try it again. Let's clear this up a bit like that, and then run it. Remember, 100,000, 0.16, 90 days, and 0.3. And we got the exact same answer before. So we have done something called refactoring at the same time. It's the same logic. It's not really 100% refactoring, but we have the same outcome. And we will see more examples of a proper refactoring in the future when we go through functions and how we could improve this reusability even more. But this is an example going from hard-coded values to using variables through inputs and making sure we do the correct calculations. Now, for example, if someone would not have entered an integer here, our program would crash because we have not handled that kind of error. And we will learn later about error catching in the future. So we will improve this program once we learn error catching and then change it a bit. All right, take care.